When you set out to achieve a goal, the first thing you must understand is that greatness never begins in the spotlight. It begins in silence, in the quiet moments when nobody is clapping, when nobody is watching, when your name isn't being called. That's where destiny is born. Every mountain you will ever climb begins with a whisper that says, "There's more inside of you." You cannot reach greatness until you decide that where you are is not enough, that what you've been doing can't take you where you need to go. You must awaken the dreamer inside and tell yourself, "I'm not done yet." The first step is vision. You can't walk toward what you can't see. You must have a picture in your spirit of where you're going, not just what you want, but who you must become to have it. A goal without vision is a wish, and wishes don't move mountains. Vision gives birth to focus. When you have vision, distractions lose their power. You no longer chase everything that glitters, because you already know what gold looks like. The second step is belief, not the shallow kind that crumbles under pressure, but the kind that stands tall when storms come. You have to believe in your purpose even when evidence says otherwise. There will be moments when the process doesn't look like the promise. You'll question yourself, your path, your timing, but faith is believing before it makes sense. The world doesn't reward doubt. It rewards those who stand firm in unseen conviction. The third step is discipline. Dreams die not because they are impossible, but because people refuse to do what's necessary. Discipline is the bridge between wanting and winning. It's waking up early when you feel tired, practicing when you'd rather quit, learning when others are sleeping. Success is not about talent, it's about tenacity. You can't pray for a harvest and never plow the ground. Consistency will take you where motivation cannot. The fourth step is sacrifice. Every elevation costs something. You cannot move higher and hold on to everything below. Some relationships, habits, and comforts cannot go with you where you're going. To achieve any goal, you must be willing to lose temporary pleasure for lasting purpose. Destiny demands an exchange. You give up something lesser to gain something greater. The fifth step is patience. Growth is a process, not an event. Seeds don't become trees overnight. Don't curse your progress because it's not instant. Time doesn't delay your destiny, it develops it. Every struggle, every delay, every detour is shaping your strength. You're not waiting for the goal. The goal is waiting for you to become ready for it. The sixth step is courage. You can't achieve what you're afraid to attempt. Fear will whisper that you're not enough, that you'll fail, that you should stay safe. But courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move anyway. Every dream has a gatekeeper called fear, and you must walk past it with trembling hands if you ever want to see what's on the other side. You can't conquer what you're unwilling to confront. And the seventh step is gratitude. Even on the journey, before you reach the destination, you must thank God for progress, for lessons, for strength. Gratitude keeps your heart humble and your spirit open. It reminds you that success isn't just reaching the goal, it's becoming the kind of person who can handle it. Gratitude transforms pressure into purpose. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you've learned. If you take these 7 steps, vision, belief, discipline, sacrifice, patience, courage, and gratitude, you won't just achieve goals. You'll transform your life. You'll stop chasing what's next and start becoming what's possible. Because real success isn't just about what you get. It's about who you become in the process. Everything begins with vision. Before anything is achieved in life, it is first conceived in the heart. You cannot walk toward what you cannot see. A person without vision is like a traveler without a map, wandering aimlessly, hoping to arrive somewhere meaningful, but never certain where that place might be. Vision is not just a dream, it's a divine picture, a mental blueprint that tells your mind what your spirit already knows. You have to see it before you ever hold it. You have to believe in it before anyone else recognizes it. Vision gives direction to your energy, your effort, and your time. When you have vision, you stop wasting your strength on things that don't move you forward. You stop chasing applause and start chasing purpose. Vision clarifies your why, and once you have a strong why, the how begins to reveal itself. Vision demands that you look beyond what is and see what could be. You must train your eyes to see beyond the present pain, the current limitation, the immediate circumstance. Great visionaries do not allow their surroundings to define their destiny. They speak to things that are not as though they already exist. When the world tells you it cannot be done, vision whispers, "Watch me." When everything seems against you, vision becomes the fuel that keeps you moving. It's not enough to wish for a better life. You must see it so vividly that it begins to shape your decisions. Your vision will determine what you tolerate, what you invest in, and what you walk away from. But vision is not always glamorous. Sometimes it looks like isolation. Sometimes it means walking alone, because no one else can see what you see. It means staying up late when others are sleeping, working quietly while others are playing, holding on to a picture that only exists in your imagination. Vision is lonely, but it's never empty. It fills you with purpose when everything else feels uncertain. You must guard it, protect it, nurture it, because if your vision dies, your motivation dies with it. Every great invention, every movement, every breakthrough started in the invisible realm of vision. The airplane was once a thought. Electricity was once a dream. Every skyscraper began as a drawing on paper. You cannot build what you haven't first envisioned. Your future is waiting to be seen by the eyes of faith. The moment you can see it clearly enough, you'll start attracting the people, the resources, and the opportunities that align with it. Vision transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It takes you beyond survival into significance. It keeps you anchored when storms come, because even when everything around you changes, the picture inside of you remains the same. Your vision is your compass. It tells you where to go when you lose direction. It reminds you that today's small steps are part of tomorrow's big picture. Vision gives meaning to the struggle, value to the sacrifice, and strength to the climb. Belief is the foundation upon which every dream is built. You cannot achieve what you do not first believe you are capable of. The mind will never reach for what the heart refuses to accept. Belief is more than a feeling. It is a conviction that defies logic and stands tall in the face of doubt. When you truly believe in something, you stop asking for permission to be great. You stop seeking validation from others because you already know that your purpose is valid, even if it is not yet visible. Belief gives you permission to move forward when everything around you is telling you to sit still. It becomes the silent force that pushes you when your strength runs out. There will be moments when your belief is tested, when your plans fall apart, when the road gets longer than you expected. It is in those moments that belief must become your anchor. Anybody can believe when things are easy, but real belief is proven in the dark, in the waiting, in the times when there is no evidence of success. That's when belief stops being an idea and becomes a lifestyle. It means trusting the process even when you can't trace the progress. It means knowing that your present pain has a purpose and that your delay is not your denial. Belief is not just about faith in your goal. It's about faith in yourself and the gifts you've been given. Too many people fail because they spend more time doubting their ability than developing it. They compare their start to someone else's finish and convince themselves they're not enough. But belief is not arrogance. It's confidence in the Creator's design. When you believe you were made with intention, you stop living accidentally. You stop shrinking yourself to fit other people's expectations. You start walking with the quiet confidence that says, "I belong here." Belief changes how you move, how you speak, how you see obstacles. To the unbeliever, a setback is the end. To the believer, it's just a setup for something greater. When you believe deeply, failure becomes feedback. Every no becomes redirection. not rejection. You start to see closed doors not as punishment, but as protection. Belief allows you to extract wisdom from wounds, strength from struggle, and purpose from pain. It shapes your perception so that even in difficulty, you recognize divine preparation. Belief is contagious. When you carry it with authenticity, it draws people toward you who see your conviction and want to be part of it. It inspires trust. People follow confidence, not confusion. That's why belief must live in your tone, your body language, your words, and your work. Every time you take a step forward in faith, you're declaring to the world that you expect good things to happen. Belief turns uncertainty into possibility, but belief must be nurtured daily. You can't believe once and assume it will carry you forever. You must feed it with affirmations, protect it from negativity, and remind yourself of how far you've already come. When doubt creeps in, revisit your victories, remember your breakthroughs, replay the moments when you thought you couldn't make it but somehow did. Those memories are the evidence that belief works. The battle for success begins in the mind long before it shows up in your life. If your mind accepts defeat, no amount of opportunity can save you. But if your mind accepts victory, no amount of resistance can stop you. You must believe that your dream is worth fighting for, that your calling is worth the struggle, and that you are strong enough to see it through. Belief does not promise ease, it promises endurance. It does not remove obstacles, it gives you the courage to overcome them. When belief lives inside you, it becomes the light that guides you through the darkness until your vision becomes reality. Discipline is the silent force that separates dreamers from doers. It is the unseen work that transforms potential into power. You can have the greatest vision, the strongest belief, the most powerful intentions, but without discipline, they all fade into wishful thinking. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's choosing to stay committed to your purpose even when comfort calls your name. It's doing what needs to be done long after the excitement has disappeared. When the motivation fades and the crowd stops clapping, discipline keeps you moving. Discipline is the daily decision to push past your feelings and follow through with your responsibilities. Feelings change, but purpose doesn't. If you only act when you feel like it, you'll never reach your potential. Discipline means showing up even when it's inconvenient. It means waking up early, staying focused, turning off distractions, and refusing to settle for average. Every small act of consistency builds strength. Every repetition sharpens skill. Every sacrifice refines character. Discipline teaches you that greatness is not a moment, it's a mindset formed through continual choices. The disciplined person understands that success is predictable. It's not a matter of luck. It's the result of structure, order, and consistency. The same way a farmer plants in season to expect a harvest, disciplined people sow effort daily knowing that their work will bear fruit in time. You cannot pray for success and then live in chaos. You cannot ask for growth and refuse to put in the work. Discipline brings alignment between your goals and your actions. It ensures that your habits are serving your future instead of sabotaging it. Discipline requires sacrifice. You have to let go of temporary pleasure for long-term progress. The mind resists control. It loves comfort. It seeks ease, but discipline rewires the mind to obey your vision. It reminds you that satisfaction delayed is not satisfaction denied. It teaches you patience, endurance, and focus. When you master discipline, you stop being controlled by moods, emotions, or impulses. You become governed by principles. That's how leaders are formed, through the fire of consistency, not the applause of convenience. Discipline also demands accountability. You must be willing to hold yourself responsible for your results. Stop blaming circumstances, people, or opportunities that never came. Take ownership of your habits. The disciplined person doesn't wait to be inspired. They create their own momentum. They understand that every day is an opportunity to improve, even if the improvement is small. Progress compounds when you commit to the process. One disciplined day turns into a week into a month, and soon your life becomes a reflection of your dedication. The beauty of discipline is that it doesn't just shape what you do, it shapes who you become. It builds integrity, confidence, and inner strength. It teaches you to trust yourself because you've proven that you'll follow through on your word. You begin to respect your time, your energy, and your purpose more deeply. You stop chasing shortcuts because you understand that real success has a cost, and you're willing to pay it. Discipline brings freedom, the freedom to live above distractions, to achieve without excuses, to walk with the certainty that your actions match your ambitions. Discipline transforms potential into purpose and chaos into clarity. It turns goals into accomplishments and plans into progress. It's not something you do occasionally, it's something you live intentionally. When others are waiting for the right moment, discipline creates the moment. When others are resting in comfort, discipline is building capacity. The disciplined life may be demanding, but it is also rewarding. Every act of discipline plants a seed that your future self will thank you for.